Good evening. A woman charged with concealing the body of a child has been sentenced. Danielle Jackson had entered a guilty plea to the charge back in December. Jackson was charged after police found remains of a baby in a Lloydminster landfill in November of 2011. Medical officials determined the baby was stillborn.
Certainly that was a factor that the judge seemed to put a lot of weight on, and certainly it was a factor in this case. The baby was determined to be stillborn by our chief forensic pathologist, Dr. Latham, so that's something that the judge considered very strongly in his decision.
Jackson has been given a 2-year suspended sentence and probation. She has also been ordered to apologize to the RCMP for their extensive search efforts. Lloydminster RCMP have issued an arrest warrant for an Onion-like man wanted in connection with a home invasion from early this morning. Police are looking for 40-year-old Chester Douglas Littlewolf. The incident happened in a home located in the southwest side of the city. Police say the home invasion is linked to the drug trade. Anyone with information is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. Anyone looking to use the services of the Lloydminster Hospital and Battleford Union Hospital will now require a valid provincial health care card. Now, the Prairie North Health Region says they are moving away from the system of blue cards to register patients at both hospitals. They say the new system is intended to improve patient identification on charts, thus making it safer for everyone. The change will come into effect tomorrow. Well, the leader of Alberta's official opposition party was in the border city last night. Danielle Smith with the Wildrose Party held a town hall meeting, hearing from local residents on the issues that matter most to them.
The very best way to find out what is on people's minds is to visit them in their home communities. So thanks once again for having me here.
About 24 residents packed into the Legion to hear from Danielle Smith. The opposition leader spent a couple of hours hearing from residents. Some of the bigger issues were the proposed pipeline projects, PST, and health care.
Stand up for us the day the ledge opens and say, listen, I'm talking to these people, and it's an atrocity that we're not bathing our seniors. And don't tell me you're going to look at us.
Glenn Saloy was looking for answers on behalf of his brother-in-law, who is in a seniors care facility.
These people are getting one bath a week. They're invalids. Many of them have to be hoisted out of bed, spend their day in the wheelchair, wetting their diaper. They get one bath a week. This is not acceptable as an Albertan.
There are some wonderful success stories in certain parts of the province, and those are heartwarming to hear, but there are also some tragic stories, and those are what we need to address. If the government is able to have good quality care in some places, we should have good quality care everywhere.
A big issue facing Albertans is the approval of 2 pipeline projects that will see oil shipped from the province to BC and the United States.
I am very hopeful, as is Ms. Redford, as is Premier Wall, as is Stephen Harper, our Prime Minister, that the Americans will see the benefit of building this pipeline, but I have to say I'm very concerned that it hasn't been approved yet.
One of the questions that had the audience break out in applause was Smith's response to a possible implementation of a provincial sales tax.
We do not support a sales tax. We do not need a sales tax in Alberta. Not having a sales tax is one of our key Alberta advantages.
We have a tremendous resource revenue. Our provincial revenue is already very, very high, and we should be able to live within that budget.
Residents here just hope their issues are heard when politicians return to work for the spring session next week.